Alongside them, factions deploy heavy support and fast attack options. Hybrid fighters effective in both melee and ranged combat. Devastating monsters and artillery. Agile cavalry and versatile troops, including shadow cats and brew marauders. Every model within a unit carries its...
Hey guys, we're back.
another layer of tactical depth to each battle.
This is Slitherine Next.
Engaging game modes
Just doing the... I mean, we just finished playing this, of course.
Flexible army compositions to a rich narrative campaign and replayable scenarios in a competitive arena. With photo mode, it's possible to capture the most epic moments. Units in action, unleashed magic, and breathtaking panoramas of Glorantha.
Actually, I might start with just getting a few other things set up before we do this. I've just got to go and get my polls sorted out.
Was just released, just about 2 hours ago.
If that.
I've seen it popping up on a lot of the Steams.
Oops.
New
Just keep that one going, just while I set this other one up.
Great. I just wanted to sort of share with you guys, which is like a very fresh as well, that we've got the first reviews in. So Softpedia gave it an 8.5 score, saying RuneQuest Warlords works hard to bring Glorantha to life with carefully built unit models and some good-looking and varied battle maps. That's an 8.5, which is very, very good. Turn-Based Lovers, which is a specialist website for turn-based strategy games. So I'd read this quote, which is interesting. You tell me how many other games you know about this. RuneQuest Warlords might be the most gloriously chaotic Bronze Age tactics experiment of 15 years. How many? That's very niche, but it's...
Right, so we've got a little thing there where you can vote if you're watching in on Twitch. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 to just get your opinion as to whether you like these things or not. This part of the presentation is not really in that important for us. So it will become, there'll be much more things being announced.
Streams on RuneQuest.
Yeah.
Can you give us a bit of an overview of what the game is about?
Yeah. So basically, RuneQuest is essentially a turn-based tactical game set in the RuneQuest universe and the Glorantha universe. It's actually the first game set in the RuneQuest IP. There have been other games set in Glorantha, but not in the RuneQuest.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can basically just you'll have to go to Twitch to actually to do any voting. If you're interested, you just have to sort of basically go to, I've pinned a message on YouTube so that you can come across if you need to. I know some people actually watch on YouTube and then but have the chat open on Twitch.
In order to fight the invading Chaos Horse from Dorstor. Those characters are really existing in the actual lore from RuneQuest. While we were developing the game, I went back and looked through a lot of old manuals, and it was so fascinating to find out about their lore, the backstory. It's great. To be honest, I wasn't an expert on Glorantha lore before reading.
So Luke's saying, "Will Slitherine have deals on Steam?" I don't know actually. I don't know much at all about this event. So, but I'm looking forward to it because there should be a lot of announcements.
And I think that the developers really...
But I was told that the best announcement's going to be late, so in about half an hour.
I mentioned Steel Balalaika earlier on the Broken Arrow segment, and I want to sort of keep mentioning developers of the different games we cover, because it's important that it's not only about Slitherine, it's about the development teams behind these great games. This game was developed for the first time. It's a co-development. We have developed with Virtuous and specifically with Volmi, a great development studio here based in Kiev. So big props to them as well, because you've got to love. Yeah,
George saying on YouTube, just type a number. You could, yes, it just won't go into the actual into that little poll. I do share these sorts of polls. I did this one a couple of years ago actually, and it worked out. It was fairly interesting to get your perspectives on what you thought, and yeah, so it is one of those things that's good.
Admiration for how the models, the 3D models.
Currently mildly interested is the one that's out there.
The best possible, scenario for anyone who's making a game based on a license. So
I mean, it's a beautiful game. The fact that you've got photo mode in there is a huge bonus.
Yeah.
You get to tell it
Annie,
all.
I think this is interesting because, of course, RuneQuest is based on Battle Sector engine.
It sure
uses
is.
the
There we go, battle sector engine.
That's the photo mode is, is a core feature, I guess, of the Battle Sector engine, and we're bringing it to Rune.
So that's interesting. I think that means that then we'll end up with, the innovations that Battle Sector brings in, which is actually working quite well now, will probably end up in RuneQuest as well, which is good. That's a good thing.
So the game is out. It's being released today. We have, it's also launch discount, by the way. So if you want to take advantage of it, you've got to do it now. Alberto, anything you want to add about
Yeah, first off, I wanted to mention that we have 3 unique factions in Warlords. They are completely asymmetrical. You have Talastar, Chaos, and the Lunar Empire. In the campaign, you're mostly playing as Talastar with some Lunar Empire allied units. And of course, your main opponent will be Chaos. But you can play them as you want in skirmish and multiplayer. Magic, of course, plays a huge role in the game. Rune magic is the foundation of the universe, and every single unit in the
From
game.
what I read about RuneQuest, the rune style of thing, of course, is very central.
Powerful, amazing game. When I started reading more about RuneQuest, I was surprised to see.
Yeah, Brutz is saying other factions will probably be DLC. You've got elves, you've got dwarves, so yes, I would imagine so.
When it released by the end of the 70s, it was basically the second most popular RPG in the world after Dungeons and Dragons. And
They can say, boy, we're a rough crowd, no Insta buyers here. That's fine, like it's, each their own, and I know that like most of the people that watch this channel are not RPG people, so it's sort of, I know that whenever I do play Battle Sector, it's not all that popular, but I do enjoy it.
Free form, and you can just create them and shape them as you like. That's all invented by the RuneQuest creators.
So Akata Smuds in saying hello, what's going on? We're watching Slitherine Next, which is where they present all of their coming games, but we're really sort of in a bit of a holding pattern until they start to announce the stuff that we don't know about. So they're just going through the launch now of RuneQuest Warlords.
We are extremely honored to have worked with them on this game. So check it out, and this is the first of the releases that we have today. It's not the only one. We will find out.
Yeah, that's a crisp shirt there that Marco's wearing.
in this show.
That is really crisp.
The board here, and to say that Grant, you can put a point to your scoreboard. Because I've been told that your answer was actually...
Yep, you're saying what are the numbers? We rate these games. Yes, you'll see a little a RuneQuest Warlords with a question mark, and then just put the number between 1 and 5.
I'm very sorry I've called you a cheater. Very clearly, Alberto is the cheater. Third question.
Thanks for the gifted sub there, Vegan.
Is 2 War, okay. And what game is all about?
Oh, I like this one.
That's an interesting one, so stick to that. So I'm going to show you the question.
Okay.
Then you read the question, and then I'll tell you when you can buzz, okay?
Okay.
All right.
So
Read
are
the
you saying
question.
like go or something?
Yeah, I'll say something.
Okay.
Makes me
Okay, read the question then. What question is that? Which game does not include a tactical planning phase in its final version? A tactical planning phase in its final version. Be careful, all right? That the options were Rainbow Six, Ready or Not, 0 Hour, and Payday 2. All right, 3, 2, 1, buzz.
0 Hour.
That's wrong.
No.
That's wrong.
Payday?
No.
It's not Payday.
No. Now, Annie. It's 50-50. So,
Not sure what they're going to be doing with Battle Plan. I might just close off the RuneQuest one because it looks like they've moved on from that one. So just bear with me.
it is correct. So that's 1 point for you.
Thank you. I was like, I can't imagine that it
So
would.
it's been closed, and Mildly Interested was the winner of that one.
Sound decision on your side, so 1 point each. And the game we're going to talk about is Battle Plan. So take a look at this great video that we put together for you.
New poll up, guys, new poll up.
We're
Get your votes in.
attack. We've pushed our troops too far into enemy territory, and now we need to hold the line. Consolidate our position, and be ready to defend it. We'll establish our defensive line along this sector. Let's issue the orders.
Chris, I'm with you. Looking for Gladius 2, that would be fantastic. That would be awesome.
During the battle, we hold the line and maintain steady pressure. If we lose this position, everything unravels. Whatever comes down that road, we must hold.
This is a really exciting game. Really exciting.
Battle Plan. That's a game that we have announced very recently during one of our recent shows. It's
So Akatis Mud is saying RuneQuest looks interesting. Hopes there will be a story campaign. There is. There already is a story campaign.
very peculiar game.
The complaints from people is not long enough. That's actually what people are
It is
concerned
a
about.
peculiar game. Some people are seeing it as the battle, like war mode of a Hearts of Iron type game. So can you tell us a bit more about this, aspect of the game?
Yeah. People will have seen some elements of Hearts of Iron in Battle Plan because the front lines feature it has some similarities to Hearts of Iron, but that's the extent of the similarities between this and Hearts of Iron, in the sense that this is first off not a grand strategy game. It's a strategy game about warfare. There's no economy, there's no diplomacy. You just fight in specific battles. In Battle Plan, we wanted to simulate the experience of what it means to be in charge of an army group or in charge of some divisions.
I'm not sure when this one releases, but hopefully it's not too long away.
Draw carefully detailed battle plans and see how your officers carry out those orders and what happens when they are...
You're being saying I need monsters or magic or aliens and tech.
They say that any plan...
Luke 6 saying I'm looking forward to play Battle Plan. Yep, there we go.
...survive the impact on the battlefield. So that's pretty much what happens in Battle Plan, in the sense that there's no perfect plan.
Chris is saying, did Proxy step away from the Warhammer 40k franchise? No. The Slitherine is the one who has that franchise for Gladius, not Proxy. Proxy is the developer, but the actual license, I believe, is with Slitherine. And Proxy's still working on the game. So I'm really hopeful that we end up with a Gladius 2. I was on a podcast actually a couple of days ago, which should be coming out fairly soon, where we're talking about the possibilities of a Gladius 2, and thinking that the more DLC they're bringing out now, the less likely it is to get a Gladius 2, unfortunately.
Essentially, the game is really easy to jump into. It's the typical case of a game which is easy to get into, easy to learn, and hard to master. That's really what it is.
Luke's saying at Headquarters World War II, it's on sale. Does this one have procedural generations? Headquarters does, but this one doesn't.
Battle Plan does, no other game does. I think
this one is purely in the Khotan Peninsula on D-Day. I'm thinking that they will expand it if it's successful.
Pretty cool. I'm going to use you as the go-to person for when is it going to release?
Here we go.
Well, I can tell you can check out the demo at the next Steam Next Fest, which I believe is February 23rd when that opens.
So it's after that, okay. So it's mid-next year.
I think, we're at the phase where, a lot of the future decisions of the game will depend on the feedback we have from you guys out there. So definitely, I just find it beautifully, visually it's just beautiful. It's just works
I really
very
love
well.
the stylization of it while being quite genuine to the product.
And I like the drawing thing. It's really.
Yeah, Smart Master saying Battle Plan is really promising. They just have to iron out the UI issues. Agree 100%. I think that's a good call. It's but if it's 6 months away, that should be okay. I really like playing it, actually.
We wanted the map to be the protagonist, and
It's very cool.
player, he plays with the map, or they play with the map, they draw on it, they prepare plans on it.
But the user interface is a bit of an issue.
Grant, do you have a favorite World War II setting as a whole?
I do indeed, and it's an area off on the Normandy battlefield. It's called the Maisie Battery.
Okay.
And when the Allies landed here, it's not Point de Hoc there, but at Point de Hoc they expected to find the main German field guns, and they weren't. The guns that were meant to be protecting the beaches, they were actually located at the Maisie Battery, which was behind. When the Allies did go through and discover the battery, all they did was bury it. They didn't destroy the guns, they buried it, basically covered it up.
All right.
And it was an English guy a few years ago who found the field, dug it up, and now it's an attraction you can go and visit. But it's exactly as
It's
it
saying
was.
cooldown load from 2 to 1. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Sorry, no. June 6th, 7th, 8th to this day, it's exactly as it was in World War II.
That's great.
So it's awesome.
So that's your favorite. Do we have it in the game, Alberto? As I said, yes,
Well, we have Normandy. We have the first mission in the single player. Well, actually, let me cover the contents of the game because I haven't spoken about it. The single player campaign features the Western Front from the Normandy landing up until basically the end of World War II. You will be commanding either American forces or Canadian forces or British forces.
That's interesting. So it's beyond just D-Day.
Customization between battles, in the sense that you are.
I didn't realise that.
From one battle to the next, units will gain experience. You will have to replace casualties, which will also have an effect. You have to manage your chain of command. Officers have traits, and they can evolve over time.
I've really enjoyed this game, I've got to say. It's very, very refreshingly different.
I'm pretty sure that the era that Grant spoke of will be.
It's there.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's there.
cool. And also
Oh, you're talking about Age 1 to 4. Yeah, okay.
Also always mentioning the development team behind the games. The development team behind this game is called Foolish Mortals. They are the biggest development
developer in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
the biggest development team in Saskatoon.
But they're not the only one.
They are famous for
They're not the only one
great,
because they met the second biggest developer in Saskatoon.
we did meet them. They did a great game called Casual Wars, which I found really, really nice strategy games. They know what they are doing. Great job, guys, on the game. And looking forward to Steam Next Fest for checking out the demo. All right, guys, so let's go back to our board. And again, we want to be focused on really meaningful...
Yeah, Jerome saying, I wonder if they'll make Battle Plan available for touch devices like iPad. Seems like it'd be a good fit. Yeah, it would be, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. It really is tactile, isn't it? It's a tactile game.
World category up there. And what game is it?
Stargate Timekeepers. All right, we'll pop this one in as well. I'll just do all of them.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know if we may come back with other ones as well. That I'll just finish off that poll.
How many?
And we got really interested in paths, both equal on that one. Let's go to Stargate Timekeepers.
3, 2, 1.
You went.
Well, maybe a buzz before he.
I can see the light. I can see the light, and he buzzed before.
Here we go. New poll up.
I'm sorry, no.
I'm not sure what they'll be talking about here, as in what they can really talk about with Stargate. I don't know if there's much more development to be done on that one.
6.
Nope. Yeah.
4,
Nope.
3.
So Bioff is saying this is an evil genius looking game? No, it's not.
And 4.
What's the not the newest
Smite Master saying, could you please turn up the volume for them or turn you down? I can turn me down a bit.
prequel one, isn't there?
I can try it down to say there. But I can't get them any... Actually, maybe I can. It's too loud. I'll try to manage them.
What is this tech they're looking for anyway?
It's some kind of weapon left by the ancients. The kind that decides who wins the war. Have Moloch's warriors been here before?
the look of this.
That was above and beyond, Colonel McCain.
Isn't the Lambda site off-world, sir?
You heard the General. Fire at will. They're attacking a target.
Are the preparations complete?
Well, the news, the big news, Annie, the big news is that Stargate Timekeeper is
Coming to console.
Yay!
Console, okay. So it's still the same game, but just console, I guess.
That's great. Annie,
Doesn't do much for me, that game, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of that one.
About Stargate, you know, bringing a game like Stargate to consoles. What does it mean?
I mean,
Make them a bit louder.
changing the format of a game from PC, mouse and keyboard to controller is always a bit of a challenge. UI particularly, because you want something to feel very
About as loud as I can get them, actually, unfortunately.
This, where it is a real-time tactics game, you need to be able to react quite fast. And obviously we do have the tactical mode in the game, but a lot of it is reacting to
Yeah, the
things
reviews are
around.
kind of sad. I don't enjoy that game. It has gotten better, but I don't enjoy it.
A real-time tactics game with a heavy stealth focus, leading your team of specialists through.
Yeah, seeing one of the biggest Stargate fans, game was very meh. Yeah, it was at launch, but I think it got better.
Stargate is going to be that UI and
I
adapt.
thought Nellerman saying I haven't seen any Stargate-related series or movies or anything since the campy Stargate movie from 1994. That was cool. I enjoyed that.
This game is being developed by our studio in Poland and ported to consoles by the amazing guys at Trinity Games, the biggest developer.
Might do well in console, actually.
in
a big development studio.
the wonderful town of Bologna, Italy.
Oh, there we go. So seeing as a new Stargate series was just announced, though. That's pretty cool.
What is it? All right, 2 War. All right, 2 War is the category. And we have a question there. Let's check it out.
All right.
For headquarters,
Looks like they've stopped there already.
World War II. Let's see what it's. Which popular World War II movie features? You cannot buzz. You cannot buzz. That's cheating. Which popular
That
World
was
War II
pure
movie
adrenaline.
features Brad Pitt and the tank as its main characters? Let's say, what's the main character? The tank or Brad Pitt?
I like the tank.
You're the tank. Okay. 3.
All right. Headquarters World War II is up there. There we go.
That's great.
Fury.
Fury, it's the right answer. So you've got a point.
Yeah, thank you.
I didn't know the answer. I just wanted to buzz in before Graham.
I was surprised that.
I really like Headquarters. It just it just gets a bit buggy. That's all the only trouble. I really actually quite like it.
See the Fury tank at the Bovington Tank Museum.
Really?
Yeah,
At the
that's
sorry?
right. You can see the Fury tank at the Bovington Tank Museum.
All right. Okay. Cool.
What tank is it?
You can see that I'm used to.
They've got the new workshop as well for Headquarters.
Grant has a slight accent from some other parts of the world.
Down under Australia.
From Australia.
There we go, another Aussie. I think Annie's Aussie as well. So that's 3 of us that are watching an ungodly hour.
All right, so the first thing I want to say about Headquarters World War II, you can actually see it from there, but we are sort of totally rebranded the game. We have made a new logo, made a lot of new improvements to our comms and marketing assets and so on. Why is that, you would say, and why would you care? That's because we wanted to make sure that in the new phase of life of Headquarters, we bring the game to as many people as possible, and we think that
4 of us, there we go. Ricky Zinger.
Seeing over the
It's very early here in Australia.
assets on the internet is going to represent a lot more what the game is about, and the sort of idea of what the game represents. The thing is, I want to show today is a gameplay video of something brand new.
This will be interesting.
So take a look.
Headquarters Cold War is a turn-based strategy game set in a fictional 1984 conflict between NATO and the USSR. Players command modern military forces across 2 full campaigns, featuring 20 missions that explore both sides of the story. The conflict unfolds across West Germany, where tactics, positioning, and resource management decide victory or defeat. The game follows an easy-to-learn, hard-to-master approach. Each unit features detailed armor on every side, making positioning critical. Terrain, elevation, and cover influence line of sight and protection, while destructible environments add new challenges as the battle evolves. Headquarters Cold War delivers realistic visuals, from burning tank wrecks and ruined cities to the small details of peaceful villages caught in the crossfire. For the first time in the series, helicopters join the battlefield. Utility and attack variants add a new dimension of mobility and firepower, capable of transporting infantry, launching precision strikes, and controlling the skies. Commanders can use headquarters skills to turn the tide of battle, from resupply operations to missile strikes and tactical nuclear attacks. Between missions, players can upgrade units, assign heroes, and develop officers with unique abilities that enhance combat effectiveness and tactical depth. Play skirmish and multiplayer modes for up to 4 players, as well as a map editor that allows players to design and share their own battlefields.
That actually concerns me because I don't think the base game is ready yet. And to go into a whole other sort of theatre of war before they actually clean up all of the issues with the current game bothers me.
Into a Cold War game. What's the?
I mean, I love the game, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done on the AI, on the stability of the game. It just feels way too early to be bringing in a whole new game.
Which thankfully never happened, but it could have. So that's why we're depicting this.
Interesting, but it's still, yeah, and I'm certainly looking forward to it, but it's just, I don't think the base game is ready yet.
Really solid. There are some things that, to be honest, no other game really does to that depth and level. For instance, it represents...
It's got a real Steel Panthers vibe, hasn't it?
They can get incapacitated.
When you look at it down, top down like this,
you have,
that's pretty cool, actually.
These, super detailed stats for each individual unit in the game. And it's a super tactical, super realistic game. And in the case of Cold War, the challenge was to make it faster, make it fast-paced.
Tiger Taras is saying that this is a right waffle nonsense to a format that works. But I'm not sure which one you mean, sorry. Bjorf's saying I feel that these sort of games are less war games and more puzzle games, but I may be wrong. Yes and no. It's still war gamey, but it's very much simplistic. Bjorf's saying hope they can pull it off though. They need to fix up World War II. The World War II, the AI doesn't work properly. The AI is not aggressive enough. The progression of the units, you can really overpower the game just by buying all sorts of different units. They need to fix all these things, and before they do this, I believe, this for me is a disappointing announcement from that. Only from that aspect. I'm glad that they're putting more content in, but I just wish that they would be putting more polish in first.
That's absolutely. I mean, this is.
So Total was saying like adding units to Broken Arrow when the base game is still a mess. Yes, I agree. It's there as well. I think Broken Arrow is. I really want to have a save game like in that. Like, and yet I don't like seeing additions to games before the base game is working properly. Service saying, man, Slitherine Twitch chat could use Cyrillic filtering bot. Yeah, I saw that before.
And they're up against the whole Eastern Bloc.
Spike Master saying, Bjorf, I really agree. I totally don't like puzzly war games. This sort of isn't, like not in the same sense that, for example, the old Panzer Corps was. Panzer Corps 1 was a puzzle game. Panzer Corps 2, you could still argue maybe is to a degree, but it's nowhere near like it is. And this game really isn't either. Like this is it does have puzzle components, but it's not one of these games where you have to keep on reloading to replay it to figure out where units were. But it just doesn't have the degree of polish yet to make it into a great game. And I really wish that's what they're focusing on. Get your knitting right first before you start making a second cardigan. You know, like it's just not. The first game isn't cooked enough yet.
In about a week.
All right, so it's the beta.
Yeah, I was saying, think they will announce Shadows Rising. I hope so.
Really soon.
All right, so guys, you have to sign up on slitherine.com/.
I can't do anything more about their volume, unfortunately. So it is low.
Access to the beta, and it'll be straight on.
I've got it on maximum.
In a week's time.
So Bugger is saying, have I played War Banners? I can't remember, to be honest. So I probably, if I did, I only played it very, very briefly. So Joram is saying, I really enjoyed the Headquarters game. I raced through 3 or 4 of the campaigns. Feels like a great balance of accessibility and challenge for me. The campaigns aren't bad, but the random maps are problematic. And also the fact that you can bring in whatever forces you want. Really, they need to change that. That's the main way I play the game.
Great game. Before we get to the next question, we have the board already. Just quickly, Alberto.
All right, we'll close the voting off on that one. So, hi Chris, saying all good here. I can hear it all. Okay, cool. Yeah, for me it's down quite low, but I've got it maximised.
Okay.
All right, we'll finish the poll. That was a popular one. That's interesting. Interesting. That's good.
Sorry for the slight misalignment there. And we have this, is it a 6th question? Right.
What's this one going to be?
Buzzer, and it's on Other Worlds, and it's about...
Battle Sector.
Battle Sector. Let me check what the question is. I have my notes here. They're probably going to be wrong, but... okay, which of these colors... Which of these does
the voting back up again? Now, I don't know what they're going to be announcing for Battle Sector. I don't think it'll be anything major, but I've got to say I've really enjoyed the campaign mode.
And white. 3.
Let me know if me talking over the top of them is annoying as well, please. I've got it set so that it should minimise what they say, and so that I can still talk over the top and be a lot louder than them.
You've got 2 points, Alberto.
I waited because I thought that you would say go after.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're cheating again. Oh, gosh.
Every time you get a chance, he's cheating.
Twigger was saying, nah, Battle Sector's a good game. It's gotten better and better and better. I thought it was average when it first came out, but it's actually, I would now consider that a good game.
This is your puppy, right? Battle Sector.
It is indeed.
So,
Vegan saying you're less annoying today than usual. Thanks, Vegan. Where's the ban button?
But we have introduced Crusade mode.
Oh, here we go.
Feature, which was
Black Legion. There we go. I know some people were looking forward to that one.
You fight across various planets.
Update to Crusade. That's the Crusade. That's what the Rune Quest needs. But that's very, very good.
Getting baby points.
Hopefully they just keep on pumping out Crusade mode. That's really, really good.
For all of your troops. It's sort of a one-shot kind of deal.
That's really cool. Geez, that screen back there. That's really, really cool. Finally, we're getting some nuance to the actual planets.
This year, we released a new game mode for Battle Sector, which was the domination mode, which was capturing and holding 3 central zones on a map. A bit of a capture of the flag with a bit more chaos mixed in. It's very aggressive sort of gameplay, map-wide, and it's a lot about either annihilating your enemy or holding the point for as long as possible. And then we look to the future from that. So
like I was saying, did they get random map already? Sort of. It's pretty... It's not real good.
And then coming after that, we're going to have a big free major update.
I like the look of this new campaign mode, though.
For the game. And then after that, in spring, we're looking at
this actual random campaign.
Going into summer, it's going to be a new narrative campaign. Fall, it's going to be another big...
People have been asking for narrative DLCs for this game, and I don't really like them, but I know that most people have been asking for that.
And as always...
So Ultramarines as well.
You can play against them, even if you don't buy the faction yourself. They are still enemies available in the game. So.
That's great, Annie. And I think again, you know, as there's a lot of stuff going on there. I want to mention all the studios involved in this, because there's a lot of people involved in Battle Sector.
There's a lot of hands in the pot.
Yeah, so Battle Sector is mainly developed by our internal studio in Poland. And we also have the amazing guys at Volmi doing the faction DLCs.
Indeed.
And some of the the game modes, new game modes, have been made by a studio in Turin called Future Rats. So there's a lot of people. How do you manage all these people? How's the workload?
I'm busy.
Going through?
I'll put it that way, Marco. I'm very busy, but it's really rewarding. I think the work we do for Battle Sector is gorgeous. We do quite a variety of things as well. Obviously, just on this future roadmap, you can see we've got a lot of different DLCs for factions. We've also got campaigns, our free updates for the community. There's a lot going on.
It looks good, I've got to say. I'm looking forward to that.
So much stuff planned for next year, and
we like
of course, one trick to announce to have so much stuff for next year is that we moved some stuff.
Yeah, if you wanted to actually vote and have it show up on the little screen there, you'll have to be in the Twitch chat, not the YouTube chat. But if you don't want to, like if you don't want to go to the Twitch chat, by all means, put a vote up as well. One of the numbers into the YouTube chat, why not? It's all about what you guys think of things, really.
There's a big community of players on Battle.
So Chugga is saying Battle Planner would have voted 1. Yeah, we didn't actually have anyone. I don't think we had anyone voting 1 for Battle Plan.
All these are coming to consoles as well?
Absolutely. I know that we've been really...
Being seen really big sale on Battle Sector 2 on Steam. Okay, cool.
There was one particular player who mentioned that he was having trouble with the new game modes playing with his stepson, and we made that our absolute priority to get fixed in a patch immediately after, and we were pleased to and very excited to see that he indeed was back to playing with him.
See, that's customer service. Alberto.
Thanks for the subscription to Tailsly Fox. Very, very much appreciated.
Just released a new DLC for Gladius to keep in the tradition of giving a Christmas present to Gladius.
Oh, here we go. Talking about Gladius. We won't put Gladius up, but we'll just keep Battle Sector there for now.
We're releasing yet another unit pack for Gladius. We're talking of 8 brand new units coming with the Rampage pack. 1 unit added to many of the existing playable factions. I lost count of all the factions that we have now for Gladius. Sorry, but we have the Death Strike.
One of the best games ever made, Gladius. It's a great, great game.
The Commando with a K, a Hexmark Destroyer, a Gene Stealer, an Armiger Helverine, and a Plague Marine. I think that I know what faction each of these units belong to, but I'm not exactly sure about 2 of those.
I probably know one of these.
I was going to say, are you brave enough to say it on stream?
Let's try.
Okay. Saying that Twitch is running with no stuttering, buffering. That's good.
Of course, that's my...
Kangaroos must be scattered. There we go.
Yep.
Hexmark Destroyer is Necrons.
Normally when they bring out a pack for Gladius, the Gladius base game is very, very cheap, and it's a very, very good base game, even if you don't get any DLC.
Death Strike and Vigilator, I'm not sure if, whether or not one is Astra Militarum and Space Marines or the other way around. I would say that Death Strike is Space Marines and Vigilator is Astra Militarum, but maybe the chat can just prove me wrong.
All right.
So we're going to see next game, please. Well, we'll just wait until they bring it up. They're talking about Gladius, but basically they're still in the same mode as Battle Sector.
Now, guys, I'm going to call a 5-minute break, and then we'll be just back with more questions, more games, and more great announcements.
All right, well, I might have a quick break as well, and I'll just be just need to have a quick toilet break, so I'll be straight back. Oh, actually, did you want to talk about Broken Arrow as well? I think we missed the Broken Arrow DLC announcement. I might pop that up while I'm gone, actually, because I don't know if we've already sort of gone past that one. So just let me finish off this poll, and we'll then go back up. I'll just put Broken Arrow there. I'm really interested to see what you guys think of that one. But I'll be right back. And not Broken Arrow. I'll start the poll. Then maybe if there's another thing, I'll actually then have another look at it. The thing I'm disappointed with Broken Arrow is that there's just still no real sort of support there for for single player. Anyway, I'm hoping that will change because it's a really cool game. It's just been a shame. Anyway, I'll be right back, guys. Be back very, very soon.
In a world where gaming never sleeps, one show dares to turn up the heat.
To the hot seat.
We bring the giants of the gaming world.
Oh my god. Don't make me shoot.
No doubt. And the next are already on the horizon.
Actually made my year.
I panicked, I'm going to be honest. I can never be ready.
One night, once a month.
No, I'm gonna finish.
Unlimited hype. The Hot Seat, hosted by Marco Minoli. Live from Milan every last Wednesday at 6 p.m. Only on Slitherine TV.
Scramble Battle of Britain is a tactical dogfighting game that thrusts players into the high-octane chaos of the 1940 summer skies. Lead your squadron through intense aerial battles in a 3D dynamic airspace as Luftwaffe and Royal Air Force fighters clash over the English Channel. In the early access release, players take on the role of a squadron leader, commanding a crew of pilots, each with their own unique strengths and weaknesses. Through each gameplay phase, planning, simulation, and review, players strategize and command aerial maneuvers, witness simulation outcomes in real time, and rewind the action to analyze battle damage using detailed camera tools. The planning phase allows users to strategically plan maneuvers for aircraft under their control using detailed graphics and UI, set precise controls and special defensive actions like escaping dogfights and bailing out from a plane. In the simulation phase, the camera can be directed toward the heart of the action, ensuring you don't miss a thing as you watch the planned maneuvers unfold in real time. Loop, scrub, and rewind through the review phase to assess battle damage and analyze and refine your tactics. Maintaining situational awareness becomes second nature with Scramble's suite of camera tools and...
Right, so I've beaten them by a minute. This is a cool game. I really like this game.
But that's not all. Scramble features advanced damage modeling, where leaks, fires, and lost components can dramatically impact your aircraft's performance. Witness realistic aerodynamics.
Yeah, Vex is saying Gladius is great, but the unit DLCs are not worth it. Yeah, I can see that. I think that the faction DLCs are great, but yeah, the unit ones just. I mean, I like them, but it's not. They're not essential, are they? Whereas the faction ones are great. All right, so this is maybe what we're going to be talking about today. It's interesting seeing Valor and Victory there. I thought that one had sort of run its race at this stage. So that is interesting. Anyway, we'll see what they come up with next. So Christopher is saying, great to see the developers add the Ultramarines as playable faction for the game. Also, I hope that they improve the planetary supremacy mode. Yes, for example, a third enemy faction instead of only two. Yep.
Give a massive thank you to the streamers who are co-streaming or riding their audience to.
Hey, that's us. Hey!
I'm going to read them all, just because it makes a lot of sense to name all the partners that make strategy games so important to their lives. So Angry Joe, Andrew Channel, Andy Stake, Boken, Burke Black, who is streaming tomorrow. We have agreed for that. He's traveling now. Loco, Cringer, DasTactic.
Yay, there's us.
Force Gaming, Kiri, or 2D Kiri, Merp, Multiplayer, Nerd Rage, Fred, Nucleum, Pair of Zophil, that was a hard one, Resonance, Ratitude, Raptor, Quill 18, soon.
I'm saying Scramble needs rudder control. It does have it, doesn't it? To a degree.
Writing Bull.
I guess not. Actually, you think you're right. It's just ailerons, isn't it?
You know, this show is dedicated.
Anyway, let's turn off.
Dan Field.
Oh wow! Gee, that was pretty insta buy for one. Really interested for another one, but yeah, most of 80% was pass on Broken Arrow.
Strategy streaming, and we're
Okay.
you know, glad to make this his show today.
So Luke 16, how much content does Scramble have? Not enough yet, but it's on its way. It's definitely early access. It's fun.
Right, guys, welcome back. It's great to see you again. We have a lot of games to cover. We're about halfway through. So you feeling okay?
Yep.
Yeah, good.
It was very fun.
Grant?
So we've got about another hour, I think. This should be, from what I was understanding, this should be the exciting stuff. So
Grant, now.
here we go.
So the next question we have is in the category of to war. Okay, back to war.
ICBM.
ICBM escalation. So the question is, which of these does not include a mention of ICBMs? House of Dynamite, great movie by the way.
There we go. Got that one up.
Stranger Things.
I got to say, I passed on this game when it first came out, and I regret that. This is a really, really interesting game. I need to make more content on it. Any Panzer Corps news? Not that I've seen anything yet. Yeah, ICBM. I was so pleasantly surprised. I've sort of because I was not interested in it at all, but it's actually really, really well done. Particularly the escalation.
Really?
Does not have any.
Seeing all these 5s and 3s being voted on. Here I am talking it up. Even talking it up, I can't even get anyone to say really interested.
You see?
Like what? Interested to see what it is about the game that you guys are bouncing off. That would be interesting. I think just interesting feedback. Tough crowd, says Began. Yeah, look, it's not so much that. It's just interesting to see. My perception of it was all about nuclear war, and it's not. That was my preconception. Was that it's just all about throwing bombs everywhere, and it's going to be fast paced, and I just really couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, basically.
Let's see what they do here.
Of course, focuses on massive improvements to AI. It's currently slotted for releasing in January next year. It's really going to make AI opponents smarter, more strategic, more realistic. Key improvements include 2 new specialization AIs. One is called strategic nuclear AI. The other is called conventional invasion AI, in the sense that, of course, one focuses more on tactical nuclear warfare, the other on more conventional type of warfare. This was particularly tricky because to make conventional warfare work correctly, you have to have a combined arms approach, and you have to manage.
It's very basic in terms of the actual unit structures and stuff, but it's actually it's an enjoyable game.
Army, Air Force, radars, whatever.
So Suits Singer saying it looks interesting. Never heard of it. Yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised when I played it.
Trivial to make an AI which really behaves.
It's well presented as well.
Efficient and realistic way. And we think that with this update, the developers...
All of the things that I really, in my head, had negative preconceptions just weren't there.
In tactical behavior, so it's treating strategic assets...
So, Christelle saying it's not really a not like, it is very much a not interested. Yeah, there's so many games in so little time. That's a good point. Good point.
On top of this, it's also a lot more efficient in engaging into diplomacy and intelligence and escalation control, in the sense that it will behave realistically in that department as well, which is, of course, super important for this type of game.
Grant, we talk a lot about AI these days, and about generative AI and AI in games and so on. I don't want to do into the the subject of how to use AI and stuff like that, but it's interesting to see that we're doing an AI work for ICBM. A lot of the games now have this thing where we generate assets with AI, but still a lot of games have a lot of problems with having realistic AI. How do you think about
You can say I don't like realistic games or modern warfare, so it's hard for me to hook on to anything with no aliens and monsters. Bannerlords I love, but it's not modern. Yeah, I know what you mean. I bounce off nuclear war type stuff. It's almost depressing to play it.
If you didn't have the unmanned aerial vehicle,
like the nuclear war simulator was interesting as a concept, but not really something I would want to play.
They're looking at everything being autonomous to be able to go into the battlefield, look for the enemy, make a decision, act on the enemy as well, and do what they have to do. So that's the goal. But in the games themselves, we have to reflect that as well. It has to become...
I was saying, I hate AI artwork. I do too, because I'm a graphic artist. It's my job. Right, so saying more Quasimorph to the people. What a great game that is. It's not a Slitherine game, but what a great game Quasimorph is.
You see how you want to mimic what's happening on the battlefield, but also, trying to make it something fun, for the player.
So Troy was saying, will not buy anything with it. Yeah. I think it's like a lot of mods do it, and that's how a lot of it gets into games now as well, just through modding. But some games do actually use it. Some have used it for placeholders, which has been a big kickback with AI. I think it's the future, and so I'm sort of I'm quite philosophical that it's basically going to be change everything pretty much.
ICBM, Alberto, we have a new thing which is
so big and saying I can handle beheading a few hundred, but don't want to blow up millions. Yeah, I'm the same. It just for me, it's sort of like it's a bit too close to what could happen.
We do tons of research on it.
So Sitchammer is saying I do too. I'm also a graphic artist here. Yeah, so I'm sort of like I'm heading towards the end of my career now, like just heading towards retirement. And I'm thinking, God, I've dodged a bullet really with AI because that's going to kill graphic design. It already is. It's already changed. I've had to go back to work. For a company. I was working for myself, but you can't work for yourself anymore because AI can do things. So working for a larger company actually sort of works fairly well for me now. I quite enjoy it.
Where we wanted to give more visibility to the research we make for the games, and we launched this new format called Alliance.
But yeah, the AI certainly is everywhere.
We did for Field of Glory Kingdoms, where...
So Troy saying we need to declare a Butlerian jihad already.
Kind of explaining, all the different...
it's funny, I was watching a thing on AI 2027. That's a really interesting presentation, actually, about what AI, how bad AI could get. So Singer was saying, what is Slytherin's biggest IP? Like Fields of Glory? They've got so many. Like, the one that immediately springs to mind for me is Master of Magic. I hope that they do more with that at some point. That's a big IP that they got.
I've been a historian and history teacher for over 35 years. I've written a number of textbooks focusing particularly on 20th century world history, including the Cold War.
We're still doing ICBM? I'm not sure if this is still part of the ICBM part of it. Trying to pick the game. I think it is. Yeah, I think it is.
ICBM Escalation is a strategy game. It's inspired by the events of the Cold War, but it doesn't follow those events slavishly. However, we think that some knowledge of some of the events of the Cold War could provide useful background knowledge and maybe even prevent a miscalculation during the course of the game. The Cold War helps us to understand how different conflict escalations panned out. It also helps us to think about whether alternative scenarios were possible. For example, what if the USA had taken a more conciliatory approach in 1962 during the Cuban Missile Crisis?
I don't know if this is ICBM is not about politics, it's all about war, really.
During
I think.
Difficult and conflicting situations. For example, what's going through the minds of the leaders who are making the big decisions? But equally, what's going through the minds of the ordinary people who are being affected by those decisions? Technology was a key element of the Cold War. There's the obvious dimension, the practical side of weapons and delivery systems and navigation and targeting. But there's also another side to it, which is the propaganda side, the pride and the...
In the chat there, what's your favourite Cold War game? Have you got, like, there's been a few that have come out that are exceptionally good. Like Flashpoint campaigns, Cold War is something that I was blown away just by what that could do.
During the Second World War, German scientists...
And of course, Combat Mission is probably the one that I really do go to immediately. Yeah, there we go, Operation Flashpoint 1. This is Attack Mac. This Cold War is Twilight Struggle. I don't know that one, Vex.
The Americans launched Operation Paperclip.
But I do like my Combat Mission from the Cold War. Or even Steel Panthers, even though it was World War II, but they did actually do a Cold War version. That was pretty good as well. CMO, if that counts, yes. Yeah, there we go. Bruce Dallas is saying Flashpoint campaigns, Cold War, top notch. Yes, I was blown away by what that game's got in it. So, Sev was saying funny, and if Operation Flashpoint could work for that, then move to Armour series. Yeah, Armour's cool as well. That sort of covered the Cold War. There's a lot in there that actually covered that, the 1980s.
The best ICBMs.
Yeah, so Bobble is saying I'd love an update of Steel Panthers. Well, they were building it. It was Steel Tigers, I think is what it was called. And I don't know what the go is there. That was actually Slitherine as well, I think, at one point. I keep on asking every so often.
Imagine their shock then when the Soviets beat them to it. And in 1957, they announced and indeed launched the first satellite, Sputnik. The Soviets rubbed salt.
Yep, so Troy was saying Flashpoint campaigns for sure, but seems like they didn't sell very well. They're very niche. When you get war games, they're very, very niche, which is why they cost so much.
Called Leica.
But no, they never sell well, war games.
Next stage on would be carrying humans, presumably.
That's why they can really only sort of support small teams.
Over who's got the first satellite and whether or not there's a dog in there. But of course, this is really about the potential.
So Bob was saying, didn't they act Steel Tigers in favour of close combat? I know that they did sort of stop development on it, but I thought they still actually had it in the in the back in the boiler. There's a few games that I was really looking forward to. There's the Quad Rigger 2 game as well, which I haven't heard anything about for years.
It was run by the US Army, and it included.
I believe that's by the same developers as Broken Arrow, and I thought they were going to be doing that after Broken Arrow.
Space programs were starting to pay off.
Lexi saying the new Flashpoint campaign is just an amazing game. Yeah, very, very detailed. You see a lot of very positive comments. It's funny, I did an interview with the developer, and I was reading through the comments on the on the interview, and it was really nice to see just how much people enjoyed him and what he was saying. It was very cool, very, very cool game.
The Soviets were the first to put a human
You're saying monkeys. I'm not sure what you mean by that one. So Rip Lanker and all those monkeys. Yeah.
Was technological and
so
scientific, of course.
You love Quad Rigger as well, says Bobble. Quad Rigger, of course. Was. I know that they did have it in the works, but I haven't heard anything back. I was sort of hoping we'd hear about that this time as well. Xenonauts during the Cold War is yeah, it is technically. It is technically, yes. But I don't think you'd call it a Cold War game. But yeah, it is. The war games based on science fiction or alternate history. Yeah, there's
first episode of
was it Hearts of Iron has got what is it, Kaiser Reich. That is awesome.
I can see you're already ready. Of course.
There you go. So Sid Sherman saying a Warner was a great world in conflict. It was fun. Yep. Tropico games get an honourable mention. They're set during the Cold War too. Yeah, some of them are, aren't they?
With Panzer Corps 2, of course.
Here we go. We've got our next one.
So, guys, here's the question.
Get the next one ready.
Guess the original soundtrack.
I think we are. Are we talking Panzer Corps now? I'll just get it ready. I think it's what we're going to be putting up.
Yeah, of course. That's what everyone. Band of Brothers? No. Close. Anyone else want to try?
Saving Private Ryan.
You've got to buzz.
Saving Private Ryan.
That's correct.
Yes.
And the
yes, saying yes, and this could be said to be an alternative Cold War scenario. I guess so.
All right.
So Kajanka's saying, I played Kaiser Reich, no scenario, enjoyed that. Yes, I played it from Heights of Iron 2. I'd never played it in Heights of Iron 4.
Which will receive a new DLC very soon, a new special DLC.
Yeah, what are they talking about? Which game is this one?
The developers, Panzer Corps 2 has been.
Did they stop playing it? No, I keep on seeing it and thinking, I've got to fire that one up again.
But also Kerensky, the first of the DLC creators for the game, and then
I think they're talking about Panzer Corps. I'll
collaborating with a new development studio
to see if I should put the poll up or not.
So, welcome to the family Vulcanite. They released their first DLC earlier this year.
Yeah,
Cyrenaica. And all
Yep, that's it. Okay, up she goes. The next vote. This is fun doing these. Like, I really enjoy seeing just how you either warm or dislike games. Actually, it's interesting getting your guys' perspective on this.
From the Allied point of view, you are going to play as the Allies. You can play as either the Great Britain or the United States into different and parallel campaigns that get intertwined. And
I really quite like Panzer Corps 2. I don't play enough of it.
So the liberation of Sicily and the first landing in mainland Italy. Then we'll have more DLCs, 2 more DLCs featuring the rest of the war. The second DLC will feature the liberation of Central Italy, so you can expect Anzio and Monte Cassino.
Yeah, just milking it now, says Tiger to us. I can see that. A lot of DLCs now for this one. So Nathan is saying, why is it was the game show named after the most disliked house of Hogwarts? It's funny, you know, like I looked into when it was named, and it was, how did it come about? It was all about the same time that Harry Potter came out. It's spelt differently. Slitherine started off doing educational games, and even educational programs and things. And I'm not sure if there was any connection at all with Harry Potter, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Defensive lines. And of course,
but it's funny, interesting.
Annie, release date?
It's more negative than I thought with you guys. I thought this would be more positive.
Very close.
Do we have a beta coming for this, Alberto? I think we have one very soon, right? Yeah, we have one very soon.
I think so. I'm pretty sure that they post the announcement soon for it.
Tiger Trust is saying should do a 3D version of Panzer Corps. Well, I guess that's a combat mission, isn't it, really?
Examples of how historical research shows...
So Nathan is sort of saying, sounds like it's a case of psychic-ish synchronicity. I don't know, look, they did something, I forget what it was, they did a game that was nothing at all like what Slitherine does now, in the very, very early days.
So expect more news.
So Warmate Boo is saying, I like watching people play these more realistic wargame sims as opposed to playing them. Yeah, a lot of people actually find that. I mean, Distant Worlds, a lot of people say that. Dwarf Fortress, people say that as well.
Let's check it out.
We've got another one, have we?
I think we're leaving the what's next. I think that's on purpose, maybe.
Okay,
the what's next column. But let's see.
Starship Troopers. Okay, so we'll go and finish off that poll.
This is one of the biggest games we've had in recent times. Starship Troopers just got a territory mode released early this year. It was a massive success. You guys loved it.
Okay, we'll put this one up. So starting the poll there. We're rocketing through these now.
Are super excited to share more stuff. Let's see what the question is. When did the last Starship Troopers movie come out? All right, so there's 3 1.
It's interesting with Starship Troopers. It's sort of one of those games where, again, I bounced off this game for so long. I didn't want to play it because it looked too confusing. But when I played it, I really quite enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Wrong.
But there's no active pause. That's always a big red flag for me with games, is the lack of active pause really does sort of bother me. This was one of those games.
That's okay. Okay, you've got 2 points. You're tying with Alberto.
So Sitchin was saying, check out Gates of Hell Lost Front if you want a 3D realistic World War II game. It also has a meta campaign. Yeah, that's been recommended to me a few times, but I haven't never actually played it.
We've done a territory mode. What is coming up next, Alberto?
Yep, so Felix is saying, I hate non-pausable real-time. Yes, yes. It's sort of funny. Some games, this game I can get away with it. There's a few games that I can, but most of the time it's a solid no for me. Tiger Russ is saying, sorry, I was thinking about Terminator. Terminator's a great game. Terminator does have an active pause and is a very, very cool game. Very hard, but a very cool game.
Utilize top secret prototypes and things like that.
So what have we got? We've got the autumn territory mode has just come in, so we've already got that one. This is old. This is an old roadmap. Give us something new. The Eradicators DLC, interesting. A new story DLC, yeah. I don't know. It's sort of the territory mode I was really quite impressed with. I just wish they'd do more with that.
It's a mode about capturing terrain and taking control of vital key points across the map.
Yep, Bioff's saying the same. I like to pause and think. Yes, I do.
Of different maps.
So Bioff's saying it's not really real time if you can pause it, but you should be able to play it whichever way you want to play it. Like, I don't play multiplayer games because I just don't enjoy them. But you know, that's why I like when I do play those sorts of multiplayer style games, like the real-time strategy games. I do like to be able to pause and think and, you know, do stuff. And in the case of Broken Arrow, which does have active pause, I'd like to be able to save the game as well. Don't know when they're going to fix that. It's one of the most annoying things. I've been it was almost every day I was checking out to see if there was an update, to see if they had finally fixed the lack of saving in Broken Arrow, but they just never have yet. I'm not sure when that's due. Obviously, I'm not smart enough to think on the fly. So being and saying I like the movies more than most did. I like Starship Troopers, great movie, great movie.
We have seen a lot of new players coming back to the game, which was fantastic, and I look forward
Troy Garrett saying Terminator game is good. It's very good.
Many more coming back. Annie, when is it releasing?
Hi, Sorbical, how are you going?
Early 2026, but specifically in the first few months of 2026.
It is. I mean, I like it how you never commit to much, which is.
Bioff saying, did I ever read the book? No, I didn't actually. No.
No, yeah.
It sort of sounds interesting actually. Sounds like it'd be a good book to read from what I've read about the book.
Keep your bullets ready.
And Nathan is then saying, get an for Zero machine to run technical scenarios for you, then play one you like. I don't know what that is. Very different from the movie. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that it was the way that they interpreted the movie was quite different. So what we were saying, it looks like there is a mod that enabled tactical pause. There was, but it was not a easy one to install. And Starship Troopers didn't really need it. You can sort of almost set up like something different. Actually, what are we doing now?
It's the first time on the What's Next.
So, there we go. Finish this poll off.
Check it out. What game is about? It's all about Scramble.
Scramble. Okay.
I see Annie's very happy about it. Now, Annie, if you get this wrong, there's going to be consequences.
I'll be drawn and quartered.
It's funny, it says Battle for Britain, and it's not actually sort of Battle of Britain. I've always thought of it as an of. I'll put this one up. This is an interesting game for me. I'd be interested to see what you guys think of it.
3, 2, 1, buzz.
It's a game I really enjoy.
Of course. That's 4 points to Grant.
Thank you.
I can just hear my team yelling.
I didn't remember it had a scene in the Battle of Britain.
Of
We're
course.
saying the soldiers in the book are closer to 40k Marines in some ways. No way they could have done a literal adaptation within a reasonable budget. Yes.
And Scramble, before you get to...
Yeah, only if a full campaign, says Tiger Russ. That's fair enough too. It's been a long time. Long time.
September
9th. Book is serious. They have powered armor.
I lead an RAF squadron of 12 pilots.
Yeah, I'm really wanting to know information about when they're going to actually have the campaign in. And when they're going to have land. Why don't they fight over Dover and places like that? Even the really old games had that.
Some scored victories in the Battle of France, but all of them are needed.
Funny, this is all the marketing hype about the game, but the actual base game is really good for Scramble. It's extremely good.
Satisfy our objectives, to lead them to greatness, to bring them home. But I also watch them fall. My brave and my friends dying before my eyes.
Coming in fast. Get ready, boys.
Our duty is to defend our country. My duty is to lead my pilots.
And that's saying the book is more openly fascist than the movie is more mocking of fascism. Yeah, that's what I've heard, actually. I've heard that it was interesting the directors and something where the scriptwriters had to sort of, they took a funny slant on it.
Scramble.
Starship Troopers, of course.
It's your baby.
It is indeed.
It is your baby. And, we have released...
So we're saying absence of what are you due to the Ashes? Yes, if you don't know what the Ashes are, you're either not Australian or English.
When you will expect
so that was cricket. It was
as we mentioned,
interesting game though. Anyway, we won't talk about the Ashes.
I can tell you a little bit about it. the Battle of Britain is, a historic event that's happening. And
it's a really good flight sim, this one. Like, it's essentially a WeGo flight sim, and it works very, very well.
Personal corner of this wider conflict of World War II. You are going to be, as a RAF leader, sort of talking through the tale of your squadron. So every victory, every loss, you're changing the fate of every person in your squad. So our campaign goes through chunks of time. Raids trigger dogfights. Whether they win, whether they lose people, or whether they come out of it more experienced, will change the experience of what's going on. Because your pilots are
yeah, the new mini campaign they've got is actually quite good in this game. Like, it's actually a lot more nuance. You can start to sort of see the feel of what the campaign is going to end up looking like, and it's going to be very good, I think.
They learn faster or recover from injury faster. And then in the more personal sense, that some of them are going to have bonded teammates that they're best friends with. And obviously if they go down during a raid or they do really well, that's going to impact them too. We really wanted to have what was the equivalent of a memoir of a pilot be played out on your screen through this campaign. So
that's fascinating to see that. I mean, it's all started with a skirmish game with planes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And now we have more like a human aspect to it, which I find fascinating.
Yeah, it is, at its heart, it is a dogfighting game, but...
So Target Trust is saying, yeah, campaign, invasion and conquer. Someone needs to develop one.
Playing alongside you, almost.
It's funny, I've heard from I saw an interview with a historian saying that the Germans could never have invaded England, like Eagle Day or whatever it was going to be. Operation Sea Lion could never have happened because the British Navy was just too strong. But I thought that was interesting because I haven't heard that before, and that was only just recently that I heard about that was actually that the historians are saying, well, it didn't matter about the Battle of Britain. It was not really a big event anyway in the sense of what it achieved, which I feel sad about because I always thought the Battle of Britain was just such a pivotal point of the war that apparently strategically it wasn't.
Spring 2026.
So Curry Munch is saying game sports as every encounter ends at or near to the ground. Oh, not all the time. Not all the time. I actually like flying close to the ground in this game.
Here is an internal development team.
So so Silver Colleen, is that the Scramble game? Yes, it is, or something. It's the same one. They're just still. It's been a slow development.
Tirelessly on this game.
I'd love to see just land rather than just always see.
I can see. I mean, I think reviews are around 90% on Steam.
Absolutely.
I think most of the actual combat was done over land anyway.
The combat model and this, how Scramble plays.
I mean, yeah, Scramble's very interesting. Like it is partly a flight sim, but someone described it to me as chess in the air the other day, and I thought that was probably the most apt description I've ever heard of Scramble. It is a dogfight game at its heart.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you very much. I've got here. Sorry, Greg. I need to give you more beer because I mean, there's people in the chat asking about. Do you know anything about combat mission?
I do know a fair bit about combat
All right.
mission, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But you can't talk about it.
No, I know about combat mission. It's been around for 25 years. It's an amazing title. Fantastic. But that's as much as I can say. I don't know.
I think we're done with Scramble, so we'll finish off that poll.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That was a pretty positive poll, actually. Unlike you guys, to be positive.
In the next game, I forgot to showcase the Starship Troopers trailer for the Eradicator. So I have to apologize for that and apologize, Lucas, for this. So let's take a look.
Starship Troopers. This is we won't bother putting the poll up again for that one. This is the cutscene. Okay, so you'd be off saying Battle of Britain was called off because the Germans had called the Air Force off to the east. Is it just a propaganda thing, not to disrespect the people that did fight and die? Yeah, they sort of, when you sort of hear things like that, you sort of think, well, they believed that they were fighting for for the security of England, but yeah, it's interesting hearing the different perspectives from historians. Talking to us is saying if Luftwaffe had developed a more naval air force, it could have bombed them out of existence. Yeah, I don't think they could have, though, with what they had from what I was saying. Anyway, let's see what the next game is.
Because it came in like
is this going to be combat mission?
2 minutes before the live stream. So thank you guys for putting so much effort into bringing these assets to us because I mean, I swear it's not been easy to put everything together. So thank you, guys. Next question. Where is it?
Here we go,
okay.
bottom
So
corner.
again, a future game, something that's not been released yet. Let's see.
Stormbinders.
Ooh. All right. So
Now this is very much Heroes of Might and Magic.
This year, coming up.
But I've got to say, I do have some misgivings about it, or some fears about this one.
At least 3 games.
So this essentially is, we'll see it here.
Playthrough. All right.
I guess they
so
will.
it's an open question. No, you have to wait.
Okay.
It's just like you're just misbehaving all the time. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
Hearts of Iron.
Okay.
Sailwind.
What?
I just need to get your perspective on this one.
Stardew Valley.
Keeping in mind that the actual Heroes of Might and Magic, the actual official one, is coming out very, very soon. I sort of felt that this was a funny one to bring out at the time when it was being brought out. We'll see what you guys think anyway when you look at it. There should be a presentation on it.
He deserves that. That was
Yeah, you deserve your point. Stormbinders, Alberto. Oh no, actually, Stormbinders, Annie. You know,
hello.
You worked on Stormbinders for such a long time.
I did indeed.
I'm looking forward to playing Stormbinders, but it's but I just
tell us a bit
it's
about
sort
the
of
game,
not.
and
I
then,
don't know.
you know,
It's
we'll
very Heroes of Might and Magic.
More details.
Yeah, Stormbinders is a sort of classic turn-based strategy fantasy game, playing like an obvious homage to Heroes of Might and Magic 3. The hallmarks of the genre, it's got the hero-led armies, the global exploration, hex-based tactical battles, as you can see here now, castle progression, distinct sort of fantasy factions. But it also remakes those. It's got innovative systems, shifting weather, magical storms influencing spell power, so we've talked about weather before, but also the fact that you can either work with those or against them or bind them to your will and use them as part of your strategy.
That's interesting, and I
think the innovations aren't enough in this game, to be honest.
It's actually already appealing to
The new Heroes of Might and Magic that's coming out looks exceptional.
That's really cool to see. It's a type of game that, Alberto, it appeals a lot of people, right?
Yeah, definitely. Besides the nostalgic factor, of course.
Yeah, Beacon's got a 1 there, and there's a few. Aswaga's got a 1, got a 2 there as well. Interesting.
Old school fantasy look. It's really appealing to people. They want to.
Oh, wow, you're not kidding. It's the same. Yes, it's going to flop big time. Says Tiger to us. I don't know. Like, it's interesting. Depending on what innovations they can bring.
Because it is 2D on a 3D setting.
I've got to say, I like the look of that map. I don't know if that's random or not.
Yeah.
While also being sort of brand new.
But it also looks a bit pixel arty as well, this one. Which then sort of makes it compete with, I always forget the name of it. There's sort of like an indie version of it that was done, which is very, very good as well. Yeah, so Thought and Element saying, I tried the demo of the olden era Heroes of Might and Magic game. It was surprisingly good. It really was. The polish in that game is exceptional. Okay, Sorbicol saying, Daz, do you know why Slitherine removed Battlestar Galactica Deadlock from sale? Was it a rights thing? I'm guessing it is. I'm guessing it's sort of like the rights to have the Battlestar Galactica names still in marketing, which is probably just costing more than they earn.
Is it in beta?
Songs of Conquest, that's the one. Yes, I think this is going to be more competing with Songs of Conquest, but Songs of Conquest does what it does very, very well as well. So it's going to have to add some big innovations really to sort of compete with those. Otherwise, it's just going to be yet another one of the same. And Songs of Conquest adds a lot of really, really cool random map generation to it.
No, they've been great to work with. They're very talented. I think they really get the type of game that they're making and they wanted to make. And I think that they're great guys to work with, and the game will be great.
They're also passionate about the genre because they're all big fans of the.
They were huge players of Heroes of Might and Magic, and that's why they wanted to make this game. It's a passion game for them.
It is.
I like hearing that games are passion games. That may mean that there's innovation.
We've got more news
Here we go.
coming up. Let's
finish off that poll.
Okay. So last on the Other Worlds segment.
Terminator.
All right, so this will close the already released games we've got.
Terminator, there we go. So we'll start the poll on that one. I really like this game. Again, this is a game I didn't think I would like, and I really like it a lot.
Arnold Schwarzenegger appear.
For the element saying I could not get into the Songs of Conquest weird magic system. Yep.
How many movies in the franchise and how many
of
these
two numbers
feature Arnold Schwarzenegger? I can see Grant is counting.
So Bioff saying, does this mean no Shadow Rising release date? I'm thinking that Shadow Rising must be in that last column because that will be coming. That will be a big thing that's coming, I would think anyway. It's big for me. Shadow Rising, of course, coming for Distant Worlds 2.
3, 2, 1.
I'll try. 5 with Schwarzenegger, 6 for the first one. I don't know.
No, close.
I think it's something closer to 9 movies and series, and I think he turns up
Okay,
in
so we've got,
5 of them.
hope to win a key of someday in Marble Run of Terminator, for Terminator. It says Supreme Plague. This is a good game. Actually, I haven't done a chat tactic for so long. I was going to do one this week, but I then just, I was just too tired.
So for Terminator,
God, I'm a wuss.
some gameplay wise, we talk about the next, I think, big DLC. It's going to be a huge DLC. One thing about the DLCs of Terminator is, in my view, it's one of the games where you actually see in every DLC there's so much more added to gameplay. It's not only like, hey, let's throw together a couple of maps and that's done. You know.
I like the realism in Terminator. I think they've done an exceptional job. Remember when it first came out, when I had the early release of it, I hated it. I absolutely hated the first bit of it, and then so I bounced off it for a long period of time. And coming back to it, I just really enjoyed it. I was so surprised at the difference.
Bladed limbs, high-speed actuators, and specialized routines.
I was thinking to pick this game up, but I'm just juggling Dominion 6, Dwarf Fortress, and Distant Worlds 2. Yes! All great games.
Into the game. This means that all the existing factions are going to get new units, and some of them will be melee combat-oriented. It also means that we're bringing the story forward, because as you can see...
It's a game that I don't know if it needs DLC. Like, it's enjoyable. I really like the new random campaign mode that it's got. I think just more work on that sort of thing would be exceptional. Like, make that sort of work better.
So low visibility, blizzards, and...
So I'm busy playing Dungeon Crawlers at the moment. Just played a demo of The Secret of Weepstone. I don't know that one.
So yeah, as you said, all the DLCs for Terminator, they really bring something
to the table. That's a different one.
And we also wanted to...
So fast-moving T-unit.
Do we have an idea when it's releasing?
Early 2026?
Of course, early 2026. Of course.
Jeez, Annie's not giving any dates away. I thought they'd be giving heaps of dates away.
Through the dart at 2026, but this one is early 2026.
It is.
We've got to have Marco handling the dates again, because he always used to let the cat out of the bag.
Weather. How would weathering...
So Bioff saying, when do you think it's about a Skynet? It's kind of dumb. How poison the air and blot out the sun to finish off the rest of us? Yes. So when do you think about it? Skynet is... It's funny because if you do look at AI 2027, the presentation, it's basically Skynet. It's basically that happens very, very quickly, which is really, really interesting. And it's very, very scary.
I'll just again another shout out to Dimitri at Yadis and the team in Greece, who are doing a fantastic job. It's a nuclear submarine simulator, Virginia-class submarine, and the weather affects everything. The physics they've built into the game, the way the sea works, the weather, just you name it, they've got it in there. It's simply one of the best simulators for anything military I've ever seen, and that's what we're bringing out.
And you've seen a lot of military simulators in your life, right? So.
I've never seen one like modern naval warfare. It is something else.
It is something else.
Bioff saying, hope we get to play some cool games before the AI offs us all.
Bringing us to this last game before the break. I want to mention this is a game I'm just going to sort of mention to you guys with a number of images. It's called a game called Space Station Designer, made by our good friends at Polar Motion. The game is the Polar Motion guys that the guys who made Buzz Aldrin Space Program Manager, and this game is a construction management game where you basically have to.
These games I don't think do well because after Kerbal, like Kerbal was exceptional, and now you've got Kitten Space Agency coming up, which is going to be even better. You know, so there's not really much space for these type of games at the moment. I don't think not in terms of what is being built and has been built. It'd be interesting though. I mean, I do like these sort of games, but it's yeah, Kitten Space Agency is looking exceptional. I don't know what this game is.
Definitely subscribe for the beta now. When we're back from a break, we're going to showcase 3 new things I'm very, very proud of. You've seen there's 3 spaces left on the What's Next board. So I'm very happy to share with you. I'm going to be very happy to share with you all these.
I was saying, I hope KSA comes to Steam. I'm sure it will. I think it will. Although, having said that, the whole idea with Kitten Space Agency is for it not to cost anything. So that would be interesting. If you play Space Engineer, I have played it, but only briefly. So they've got another 5-minute break. Come on, guys. Jeez, you don't need this many breaks. So, yeah, Bios saying, shame that Kerbal ended up the way it did. Yeah, that's really disappointing, actually, with what did happen there. Like, it's that's a real shame. It's just it sort of it was so disappointing, that launch. You know, it was such a bad launch for Kerbal 2. And it's sort of funny because the Rocket Works, the guys that actually are building Kitten Space Agency, actually tried to get that one at some point. Like they you know, actually tried to become the developer for Kerbal 2, and they're really thankful they didn't end up getting it because now they can do their own thing. And yeah, they're doing it like, and the guy behind Kitten Space Agency is I forget his name, Dean Hall from who actually did talking. But no, he did the DayZ mod and the DayZ game for which was exceptional as well in the armor system.
Aerial battles in a 3D dynamic,
which is very cool.
And Royal Air Force fighters clash over the English Channel.
Again, why use American voices for this? I just don't get it. Why, like, this should be either German or British voices, not American.
Unique strengths and weaknesses. Through each
game, actually, I just sort of like we were talking about this with RuneQuest. You know, the actual voiceovers in RuneQuest are not good, like, because, you know, and it's a lot of it's just the inflections. It's yeah, it's just funny, very, very funny.
Users to strategically plan maneuvers.
This is a great game. Scramble really does have a lot going for it.
Graphics and UI. Set precise controls and special defensive actions like escaping dogfights and bailing out from a plane. In the simulation phase, the camera can be
so saying plenty of breaks to get quick refreshments. Yes.
You don't miss a thing as you watch the planned maneuvers unfold in real time.
Just trying to think if there's any games that I should put up a poll in while they're still away. It's only 2.5 minutes, I guess, so it doesn't really matter that much. Just trying to think of other games. I might put up Combat Mission. We don't know. I don't know if there's any information. I know that Combat Mission, they may have some stuff coming with that, so I'll leave it off. Disembowels 2, I'm sure they'll bring that up. They have to. They have to talk about that one. Kalikajankus is saying, hi Daz, did you have time to check Disembowels 2 streams? How the Harkonish? Yeah, I've been playing that one a lot, actually. Really quite, I'm liking it. It's sort of, I wish it had more immersion in the so it gets the subterfuge of the what is it, the mercantile guild. It's sort of, for me, it's not quite as mercantile aggressive as but only I'm talking very, very fine points. I'm being hypercritical with that one. So Stalin's Pet saying Distant Worlds 2 or Shadow Empire. For me now it's Distant Worlds 2. If you had have asked me a year or two back, I would have said Shadow Empire. But I do really like the what they've done with. They've only got one more faction of the originals to put in, which is the Actarians, which is actually funny because that's my favourite faction from the original release. So Thor and Airline saying, where is the Slitherine offices? They've actually got two main centres. The marketing team, which is what we're looking at, is based in Milan, in Italy, and then the actual workings of Slitherine, like the actual administration, is in England. I don't know which town it's in. It's not in London, so I'm not 100% sure which one that is. It's Battle Sector. Just looking at the different games that are coming through. Battle Sector's improved out of sight, really, with what they've done. So Stalin's Pet saying, I'm just coming to grips with Shadow Empire. Would say Distant Worlds 2 is more complex. No, it's they're just different. Like, they're both complex, and they both play very differently. They're both incredible games, like amazing games. So it's interesting though. So Vex is saying no, Shadow Empires is more complex. Yeah, I think you're right with the automation you have in Distant Worlds 2. It certainly does things. Just surprised to see Victor and Valor and Victory in that group. It's interesting. Mate, I don't think that they'll be one of the three.
Welcome back, guys. We're here for the reveal of the last three.
Got to be Distant Worlds. Has to be. Has to be.
The first one is a game you might know about, but you didn't know about under our umbrella. You will see very soon. 13th question on the board, and the question is about. Let's go for the question first. Who were the two contenders in the race to invent the radio, and who won? That's two questions again. So 3, 2, 1.
Is it Marconi?
Come on, we need Neil. We need Neil.
Okay.
Oh, we were waiting for you to say go again.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, Marconi, and I don't remember the other one.
Okay, who is the other
I'm with
one?
Alberto.
Who will give me the second one?
I don't know.
Think of a car. Think of a car.
Renault.
Who's it?
Ford.
Ford, no. It was Tesla.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah, Tesla working on a...
I actually think they win.
But Marconi won.
Marconi
so
won.
it was, that's how it went. So while we're talking about radio, guys.
Epsom, yeah, that's right. They're based in Epsom. There we go.
Teaser for you before we say what it's all about.
This must be a big announcement, actually. This will be interesting. Radio Commander doesn't sound very inspiring.
At Slitherine, we have a new franchise brand that we are proud to add to our roster, Radio Commander. Radio Commander comes from a Polish company called Game Operators, and we have acquired the IP and the technology.
We'll watch this now. We'll put the poll up now, but we should watch and see before we make. We shouldn't just judge a book by its cover.
We're going to do great things with it, but first of all, very quickly, Alberto, what is Radio Commander?
Yeah, Radio Commander is a game which was originally set in Vietnam. So we took the original Radio Commander, we rebranded it to Radio Commander Vietnam 64. It's a game in which you use the radio in order to get information and send information on the battlefield and send orders to the units under your command. Vietnam, of course, was a setting in which having real-time information was vital in order to understand where the enemy was. Most of the time, patrols will get ambushed and you will have to react really quickly. And of course, time is of the essence in Radio Commander. So essentially, you receive audio reports from the troops under your command, and then you're able to act on the information that you receive.
You've heard about this one.
And give orders to those set units, tell them to retreat, tell them to go to certain places on the map. And essentially, give the type of orders that a real commander would give in that situation. The map itself doesn't really adjust automatically. You have to really move the tokens and the pieces of information around on the map according to the information at your disposal. So Vietnam 64 was a game already released by Games Operators.
But we now have, you know...
We are now the publisher of it.
Okay, and then we have a new game under the same umbrella that we have announced.
We do, and it's called Pacific 41. It's a Radio Commander game. It's set in the Pacific Theater. You will be playing as the Americans, following the offset of...
That looks interesting.
Attack. And from one mission to another, you will be facing the Army of Japan and the Navy of Japan. And you will be facing those same harsh situations that the Marines
it's really a fog of war game
faced during those critical days of World War II.
I think you know, it's very easy to understand what the game is about with this.
As you can see, you can even take notes on the map itself. And it's very unique. For instance, here the player is giving orders. They're giving an order to move to those specific coordinates, which is near the beachhead. Every scenario represents a different historical, tactical situations that they historically faced. So you can expect different...
Got a 6 down. So you've got complete zero, like not just zero interest, but negative interest.
And we're already...
Nothing else like it in the market.
We're already thinking of bringing this same system to many other war theaters because it's just a fascinating way. Grant, if you were ever to make a Modern Warfare game, how much would radio impact gameplay?
Oh, it's huge. It really is, because comms gives you the eyes on the battlefield and tells you what's going on and what's going to happen and where you're...
I think the original game was quite good, so just for that 3, there we go.
You're blind.
You need to see gameplay, says Civ, yeah. It looks interesting. I think I'd enjoy playing something like that, just by having such limited information and relying on the information coming back second-hand would be interesting in the game.
It is very complicated and it's adding a completely new layer of...
Not knowing what's happened to your troops.
It's always, communications have always been critical, like in the American Civil War. They used to put balloons above the battlefield, try to predict what the enemy was going to do, then relay that down. But today, we're in space.
Yeah, so Ornithosophilos is saying, so it's all about recon and analysis. I think so, yes, which looks interesting. Much like saying the first game was a bit of a disappointment to me, so I couldn't work out at times what to do. Yeah, I've never played one of those.
Of course, it's 2026. We're planning to release Pacific.
So we're saying franchise brand, 2 of the worst words in the English language, especially when put together.
About what is coming up.
Anything Disavows 2 yet? No, that must be the last thing. I'm playing it tomorrow because that's when the big launch is for the stuff. Hang on.
I would like to ask you to see the next question. List 3 war games, like I'm saying miniature
Not sure what this one's going to be.
Miniature war games that were adapted into video games. 3, 2, 1, buzz.
Sorry, question. Like literal translations, like complete adaptions.
Oh, come. Give me 3 miniature war games that were brought to...
Warhammer Fantasy Battles, Warhammer 40k, and Hero Quest.
Okay, you're fired because you didn't mention Field of Glory.
Okay.
So I'm sorry.
I'd love a different Field of Glory.
But before you're fired,
Field of Glory Napoleonic or Field of Glory Lord of the Rings would be awesome. That looks pretty cool. Toy soldiers. Still love playing with my Airfix soldiers. It's action digital battlefields.
So bolt action. As a company, I have to say, Slitherine has always been very, very careful in looking at the trends in the war games
Got it
world.
right. Start the poll. There we go, guys. It's up.
Miniature war games.
I really like the look of this, to be honest. This is the sort of thing that I really like the look of. The modern toy soldiers, I think so. It looks really, really cool. Yeah, more gameplay. Yes, we want to see it. And big and saying, I like all the turn-based war games if you adapted them into a fantasy scenario, like Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I would love to see Field of Glory as a Lord of the Rings game. I think it would work really, really well.
Get to asking questions about the game. Big props to.
I wonder how random this is. I'm assuming it would be because of toys. Like because it's when you used to play with toy soldiers, it was quite random.
That was not trivial. So thank you for that. Above all the work you've done.
Oh, there's a lot of 3s and 4s here, guys. Come on, come on.
It was actually a real map, and the second shot.
This for me is at least a 2. At least a 2. We've got 1, 2.
Are like mimicking actual.
Have we only got 1? Yeah, I think we've only got 1, 2.
Which is a true testament.
There we go. Getting the 2s now.
Of the minis.
I mean, we don't know much about it yet.
Let's talk about the game.
If I'm not fired,
These people are just sitting back waiting to see. You're right, gameplay is really what it's all about. Show us how it works.
It's a game developed by Fair Games. It's a quite faithful adaptation of the tabletop game. Not exactly one-on-one translation, but much like Battle Sector, we are trying to recreate the same spirit of the tabletop game.
So you've got tabletop. Battle Sector, I wouldn't call Battle Sector a tabletop game, but anyway.
In World War II, especially in the Western theater, although
I would with Field of Glory.
This game to more theaters as well. The base game will be shipping with Great Britain, United States, and Germany.
You can see, poor Dad. Remember how he chuckles when your dwarf dies horribly.
The same mechanics behind the asymmetrical turn system in the original game.
So I used to play a massive toy soldier army, and we used dice on home rules to do fights. Yeah.
A quite unique unit design, as you can see from the screenshot.
That's bolt action. I think I've got the name wrong.
To stand still, they're going to be.
Yep, I've got action. It's bolt action.
Miniature-like bases, except when they're moving, the base won't show at all. Fully 3D environment, which have this sort of.
Yeah, right. So saying prefers squad based. Yep.
We'll have an army painter. Which
that's massive, right? I
think a Frostgrave game would be amazing. I don't know that one.
Yeah. So in this case,
so Silvergirl was thinking, okay, this looks kind of fun.
People will be able to paint.
It's got to be Distant Worlds. It must be the last one. So it has to be.
It's amazing, right?
You can't not have Distant Worlds.
And then, of course, a dynamic single-player campaign, which is a more sandboxy kind of experience. And it will be very replayable and very dynamic and very varied. Replayable skirmish battles, and of course, multiplayer will be really important.
You're saying it better be, if not, we riot. Yes.
Can I ask you to replay the trailer, please? Is that a possibility? They're gonna kill me now.
Hopefully, we'll see gameplay. I know we've already just seen this. It looks random, doesn't it? It looks like it could be procedural, or like easy to construct. I like the feel of that.
I wanted you to check the craft, because the first time you see it, you don't really realize it, but there's a lot of craft there. I wanted to point out.
Yeah, so Top Hat saying, what will Distant Worlds 2 show? The Shadows DLC? It has to be. Yeah, it has to be. Even though they've got the big update coming out tomorrow. Yeah, so Supreme Playing saying with random maps and factions, this could be fun. Very, very much so. Yep.
The game. So again, to mention all the great development studios we work with, big kudos to the guys at Frag Games for the exceptional work that they're doing. We have a last.
Right, that was.
Last question.
Didn't talk much about that one, did it?
This is one that's pretty close to my heart.
Show more.
It's
got to be Distant Worlds.
But the answer, or the game related to this. So let's take a look. What do these 5
it's not.
have in common?
What are they doing?
Candyman, Vecna.
Maybe they mentioned it at the start. I've already written Distant Worlds 2 in there.
One buzz. I'll give you 20.
It's a horror game.
They are appearing in nightmares. So you can give yourself a point. That's 4. We have a loser.
This game is rigged.
He's lost the quiz. He's lost his job. It's a rough day
Not
for
a great day for
Alberto.
Alberto today. Why are we talking about nightmares? And before we get to I mean, the announcement here is of course that I'm going to have to thank one of the content creators out there, 2D Kiri, who I love your work, but also you've sort of pointed us into this direction when we were filming the first episode of The Hot Seat. This was back in August, I think, or July or August. And one of the games you mentioned was a game called Nightmare Frontier. And since then, we got in touch with Ice Code Games. The game was already out in early access, and we have now signed a publishing deal with Ice Code Games, and we are going to take care of Nightmare Frontier from now on. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of the work that Ice Code Games has done so far on the game. It's an amazing game and deserves a lot of attention and care and love. So very happy that it's now joining the Slitherine.
Hang on, don't vote yet, guys. I haven't put the poll up yet.
Tell us a bit about what the game is about.
Yeah.
All right.
So
here we go.
it has a quite unique setting.
I think it's called Nightmare Frontier.
It's set in
Now you can vote, Vex.
of the United States, from around.
Doesn't sound like a Slytherin game, does it?
Society has completely collapsed because there's this supernatural event which is causing nightmares to seep into reality, and people's worst fears are manifested into physical shape. So basically, if you're afraid of, I don't know, fire, you will see fire popping up. So of course, as you can imagine,
It should be showing just what's showing in the bottom corner there. Actually, is more important. Here we go.
Which are mankind's last hope to scavenge enough resources to get back to base, craft more equipment and find out what is really going on. And
this is oh God, what's the name? There's a ghost game that that's interesting. Actually, the world map looks very interesting.
Yes. So extraction looter is a type of genre that is normally associated with the FPS games, so first-person shooters games.
It's not bad, actually.
In which, you get...
I'm warming to it. Now you guys have voted 5, and you're now thinking, oh, I should have voted 2. Too late. XCOM meets Cthulhu, yeah. But it looks quite strategic.
Leave the map. You can bring what you looted with you and carry on to fight another day with, more equipment and more stuff.
It looks randomized too.
This is essentially the same atmosphere that Ice Code wanted to bring.
Frontier, it's in early access, so I don't know anything at all about it.
Which you go out.
I'll have to get my hands on that one. I like the city map.
Pure roguelike node system. You decide which sections of the city you want to explore. And then you face different encounters or different combats that are procedurally generated. These combats are super brutal. It's a really difficult game. It's a really unforgiving game as well.
So and it's got a 2, got Supreme Plague there with a 2.
Guys, either in the sense that they will die, and they will die often. But they're quite expendable because you can just replace them. But yeah, there are some very cool, unique mechanics. So
it looks good. It looks good. It's gone from me having a pretty much in my head a 4 or 5 up to a 2.
You will get different fears that you're.
So Super was saying, wait, is this a sequel to those weird Wild West games? I don't think so. I think this is much more like what's that tactics game? Frontier Tactics, almost.
Environmental objects and hazards. We also have some really cool combat mechanics. For instance,
it looks good, actually. It looks good. Looking forward to this one.
You can
XCOM meets Darkest Dungeon. No, it's. I think it's much more open than Darkest Dungeon, and it's also, I think with the combat mechanics, they look fairly simple. Looks almost chess-like.
Them and also what they're going to hit. On top of that, there's a mechanic called Overcome. When you're able to kill an enemy...
I really enjoy actually seeing what you guys think of these games, actually. It's been actually interesting. I've got to do this more often, I think. It's been, like I should do, if I'm going to do Chat Tactic, I should probably put that up there as well. Just so when we're talking about stuff, we can at least get some feedback. It's good. It's good actually. Nice, nice seeing what you guys think about these sort of games. Oh, there we go. Someone show us. There we go.
For us, please.
It's tactical. Yep. Okay.
We have just today, which is not on this roadmap, released a update for the
Nothing
game.
there about City.
Added a final boss storyline. And
Yeah. No. This doesn't look like it's random, does it?
Storyline alongside
Storylines aren't interesting. It's gone from a 2 to a 3 now.
The sort of early Q1, we're going into enhanced tactical deployment. We're adding new fears, which obviously automatically means new enemies. And we are also adding a raid briefing menu, revamping shotguns, and finishing the main storyline, which will be...
Yeah, storylines. Don't give us storylines. Make it open world, open city.
Additional objectives on the tactical levels, new fears and enemies as well.
Looks like there's a lot of scope in the game, but yeah, with a story progression, sort of nullifies a lot of the good work.
Introduction of a couple of side quests in the system and a new interactable type.
Warm-up boost, and did they mention randomly generated combat encounters? No, it didn't. And I've quickly scanned through to see if there was anything in there about that, and it's just not. It's all side quests and main storylines and stuff like that. Stuff that me, that I don't like. And all it's talking about is storylines. Yeah, that's a shame.
So, Annie, is Scramble raising out of 1.0 or Nightmare?
So Toros is saying, log on to a 7. There we go. Wow, that far back.
Of course, it depends on me. It's always my...
Still a 3 for me. Mildly interested.
Good answer. That's a good answer.
Till we see it.
So this was Nightmare Frontier, guys, and you know, this is the sort of the final game that we have shown.
So Distant Worlds didn't feature at all.
We said Ice God games. There's 15 games in here. 15 games that we are actually actively working on.
And Field of Glory, I was hoping for an announcement about that too.
We have not been covering.
So Seth was saying you need to make a new point scale with Tiger Terrassa amongst us here. Yeah. There's a few hidden settings underneath it all. Yeah, so Eddie Ballgame saying we're still waiting for Ancient Arena Chariots. We were talking about that before. That Quadriga 2 has not. We haven't heard about that one. That's someone I would have hoped to have heard from. Field of Glory. I've thought that they were working on something for Field of Glory. Would have loved to have heard more. Distant Worlds, we know there's no surprise with Distant Worlds, so at least we know what's coming up with them.
Field of Glory 2, Field of Glory 2 Medieval, Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector, Valor and Victory, Combat Mission, Strategic Command, Panzer Corps 2, Flashpoint Campaigns, and Headquarters World War 2 all have open sign-ups for tournaments. The other thing, of course, and because...
To us saying Slitherine 2026 disappointing. Oh, I don't think so. I think there's a lot of really good stuff coming.
So if you want to...
It's just not on the board. I mean, some of it is. Some of it is.
They launched on Steam. It's going on for a week.
Battle Plan, probably of all of those games, would be the one that I'm most looking forward to.
Find a lot of your games with big discounts. Make sure you make us some money, because we have to pay back for all these nice shows that we...
Being saying I want achievements in Distant Worlds 2 to guide me to ways of... Yeah, that's a good point actually, Steam achievements. So they do push people into different things. I never really liked them much, but now I've sort of have changed my mind about them.
For a 2-hour show straight from Australia.
I don't know what
we have to name a winner there.
Yeah.
Let's do a question just for them.
A question just for them.
Ask me when something releases.
Okay, so... I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Yep.
What is the latest DLC that Slitherine has launched?
Would be the Gladius Rampage pack.
That's correct.
There you go.
So the winner is Annie. Congratulations, Annie. You win absolutely nothing.
Yeah!
Yeah, actually, Kalakajank is saying my 3 most important Slitherine games are Distant Worlds 2, Shadow Empire, and Kingdoms. Yes, yep. Good list indeed. Latest DLC could be Shadows Rising.
Thank you again for...
oh, no, not yet. No, that's not coming out for a little while yet.
All the streamers who attended with us and co-streamed or, you know, rode their audience to the stream today. It's been great, and I have to say that I look forward to seeing what's happening in 2026. You can see that there's a lot.
Nothing should have gotten paid vacation day. Sorry, guys. It's like a chat tactic, isn't it?
Thank you all for joining us. Keep playing the strategy games. Keep pushing the niche of strategy games up.
Well, I'll call it quits here as well, I guess. It looks like they're winding up, so
years to come. Thank you very much.
We will leave it here as well. So thanks for participating, guys. That was really cool, actually, having you giving your feedback on these games. Very, very interesting. So I'll just finish off that last one, finish off the poll. Got an insta-buy there, a couple of insta-buys, which is interesting. So that was pretty cool, actually. High poll. That's interesting, actually, that last one. So, yeah, good stuff. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I can close that one down. And I'll be back again tomorrow. I've actually I'll be playing Distant Worlds, probably on my own channel, and then having a bit of a break and then playing it on Slitherine's channel, because tomorrow is actually when that one does come out. So I'll just cancel that stuff. Sorry, I'll just leave that one where that is. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow if you're around for some Distant Worlds 2. With the launch, I think, of these two new factions. I'm pretty sure they come out tomorrow. So that'll be pretty cool. So, actually, Sprintplank saying, have you tried the demo of Norse, Oath of Blood? I haven't, no. No, I haven't, actually. So, it'd be off saying it's out now, Daz, the merchant update. Okay, so it came out today. I've got the official Slitherine launch of that tomorrow. So that's I'll be streaming that starting in about 25 hours, actually. So is when that actually is. That's when I've got the official sort of Slitherine launch for that one. But I'll be playing that beforehand anyway. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.